Hi everyone, good morning. It's a Saturday here, around 7 in the morning, and I'm actually on my way to be swabbed for work because it's actually a work requirement now that I have to be COVID negative before I am allowed to enter shooting premises. So usually my COVID test is always a few days before my schedule. So this is going to be this has been my normal for the past few months that I have been going to work. So I am getting used to it, but it's still a very unpleasant experience having to be swabbed 2 to 3 times a week. But what can we do? Now, I've actually decided to vlog today. Well, and I'm sure this will encompass a few days of my life as a makeup artist, because I just wanted to share. And the good news that I am actually being tasked to go back to work as a makeup artist for the TV show called Mars for More. So it's a local show here that I have been working on since 2012. And this is really special for me because I initially thought that I wouldn't be able to go back to Mars anymore because of of COVID protocols, of course, because the production has to cost cut, budget, things like that. So I actually threw this out in the wind. I said, okay, that was a good run. That was a good 7 years, 8 years of my life that I have worked as a makeup artist on that show. And the thing is, I haven't worked on the show since February of 2020. Although there was one day back in October, like around October 26th, that I actually went back to work as a makeup artist at the talk show. Not for the hosts, because I would do the hair and makeup of one of the hosts, Iya. But so I was actually called back because they needed a makeup artist to do drag makeup on two of the guests who, just to help them bring their characters to life. So I was a bit emotional, when I got the call. I am so excited to be back at Mars. It's my other happy place. And I have learned a lot for being on that show, and it was also good practice for me, because when I started in 2012, I actually started in that show before I went to school in Mud, New York. And the people that I worked with there are very pleasant, very cordial, very funny, very lighthearted. So it's actually a show that I have come to enjoy working at. So I'm just so grateful for this opportunity that I'm able to go back to the show again after a year and 8 months. So I'm driving right now, and it's around a 40-minute drive. Hopefully the traffic is not so bad today, because traffic here in Manila is notorious, especially when the holiday season is upon us. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a fairly easy ride to the studio and back home. Alright, I'm now at the parking lot, and I need to go up to the second floor, so I just need to wear a mask. And I also have to prepare some of my paperwork, and I have to wear my face shield. So I'll see you in a bit. Thank you. Alright. Whoa, thank God. Bye, Kuya. Okay, so I'm now done with my swab, and I'm on my way home. and I'm just going to pray that my drive home isn't going to take too long today. So I'm gonna check back on you guys later when I get home, and let's see what we can do to make good use of my time while I'm not allowed to go out of the house after being swabbed. Okay? So it's around like 1:15 in the afternoon, and I was actually quite surprised that I arrived home early from my swab. And when I saw that I had so much time, what I did is I quickly jumped in the shower, I shaved, and I actually shot some footage for some of my Lisa Eldridge products that just arrived. So I was so excited for that. So I'm sure you might have seen that already. And well, I am planning to shoot some B-rolls for that specific vlog. So I'm going to do that a little bit later when the sun is not as high, and then so that the color is much more nicer. But what I want to do now is I actually have some products here that I got during the Beautylish gift card event, and I would like to try them. So let's try them out together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here where I shot my vlog earlier because the light here is just so much better. So during the Beautylish gift card event, I actually got some Ilia multi-use pigments. Now, I do have to admit that I wasn't actually planning on buying stuff during the Beautylish gift card event, but when I got the alert that one of the colors that I was waiting for from the Ilia multi-use pigment got in stock, I just decided to jump right on. So let's try them today because I have some foundation on. I'm looking very pretty. I feel very pretty, and although even if I have some blush on already, maybe let's just try this and see how it like really works on the skin. So I have here 3 colors from Ilia, and this color here is called Waking Up, and this is the swatch for it. So it has a nice like peachy brownie pink tone on it, which is really pretty. I like how it looks. So I'm just going to use my fingers and let's just try to see how it looks like on the skin. It has a scent to it. It has like a vanilla powdery scent. And then the texture is a little bit creamy, which is actually nice. So it's actually quite easy to pick up, and it's also quite easy to blend. And although if I am applying the blush on top of some powder, it's actually applying extremely well. Wow, this is very nice scented. Even like it has a hint of chocolate, I think. Not sure. It's a very pretty color, very nice flush. Okay, it's very easy to layer down. Can you just let me get the brush that I used earlier for foundation and let me just try to blend it. Oh, this is a very nice color, very pretty. This reminds me of the praline color from Laura Mercier, but it's not as golden as that. But this is a very nice color, they're very pretty. It works well with my skin tone. If you just want to have that nice flush of color in the cheeks, this will work really well for you. Huh. Nice. So if this is like a multi-use pigment, I think you can also use this like for your eyeshadow treatment or even like for your lips. But I primarily want to use this for cheeks. Now I do love the packaging that it comes in, and I do love that the nozzle here has like it's like a metal nozzle, and you know I love these things because it just makes it easier for me to keep things clean, you know, less contamination, yada yada. Very easy to store as well. And the next color that we have here is called Before Today, and this is the color here. So it has a much more muted rosy tone to it. It's like a nice blue pink. And again, I'm just going to use my fingers for this, and I'm just going to tap it here. But this is a nice blush color. I can like imagine this being used on the lip. It's a very pretty color. And this will work well with people like me also because like, you know, I have like yellow, olive undertones. So this pinky color will just make my skin pop out. This is pretty. It feels a little tacky though, so I'm a little bit worried that I might get some, like, if I use my finger to tap in the product, I might lift some of the color from my cheeks. Yeah, I can see a little of the lifting that happens, but it's generally fine. Oops. We can always pick up more product and layer it on the areas where there is some patchiness or bald spots. Oh, it's a very nice color, very pretty. Don't you think? Okay, let me get the brush again that I used for my foundation earlier, and let me just try to blend that. Ah, very nice. I like that. Very pretty. Okay, the next color that I have here is called Sing, and this is the swatch of it. This is a very nice, vibrant color. It has some berry tones to it. And let me just layer it here on the side wherein I used the color before today. Because I think it would be more cohesive if I layer them together because they have the same tones, like, pinky tones. And they will like emphasize each other extremely well. Wow, this is a nice color, nice pigment. Quite pigmented, quite strong, so we have to be very careful with that. And let's just blend it. It's a nice color. I like this. Very pretty. Wow. Interesting. Maybe I'll add some here just for, just trying it out. Oh, I really like this. It's very nice. It's also very easy to use. It's very easy to blend, very easy to layer. And truthfully, I am a sucker for these types of packaging. Like, that's the main reason also why I love using my Glossier brushes, because they come in a packaging like that. And the other thing that I got from the Beautylish gift card event is this Sonia G mini cheek brush. Now, it still looks very pretty, but I was actually expecting, well, I was hoping that the brush head of this brush was actually much more rounder and fluffier, but no, it's not. It's actually flat, and it has a paddle-like design. Now, the reason why I decided to get this is because I recently bought a palette from Pat McGrath, which is over there, so let me just get that. Because I was interested in using this brush for like trying out these two colors, because you can use this for blush colors. But unfortunately, this just arrived, and I have just uploaded this video like a week ago. So I wasn't able to try it while I was vlogging. So maybe let's try it right now. So I'm gonna pick up this nice peachy brownie pink color, and as you guys can see, this brush actually picks up quite a lot of pigment, so I'm just going to remove a little bit of it, and I'm just going to apply it here where I added some of the Ilia blush, and just try to set it with this eyeshadow color. Well, it does the job though. Like, if you have like very small cheek pans, this brush will do, but I'm gonna use this more if I want to apply like powder in my under eye area. I think this is a much more suitable brush for that. Like if I just want to apply a nice thin layer here in my under eye area or here in my cheek area. This does a job. I like this to use in this manner. So it kind of reminds me like my Chikuhodo FO brush, like one of the, was it the FO5? Yes, it reminds me of the Chikuhodo FO5, but I think this is just a little bit bigger than that. Let me get that brush. Hang on for the moment. So yeah, they almost have the same design wherein it's more paddle-like, and they have the same fullness at the belly, but the sizes are just different. But I think I can use them for under eye area. So at least this brush will be put into good use, because I was really hoping for a small brush like this, but it's just much more rounder and fluffier. Maybe like a smaller version of the Yachiyo brush, because this is, I'm not sure if this is a small, I think this is a medium size. So maybe if a small size like this, but a much more rounder shape, with a brush head. So that was the type of design that I was hoping for with this brush. But this is not so bad. So yesterday I was at the mall here. It's called EDSA Shangri-La Plaza, and I had a medical checkup that I needed to do. And as I exited the parking and entered the mall, I was very happy to find that there's actually an affiliate mud designery store here, also a school. So they teach some lessons there, and I was like, what, there's a mud school here? So I was very surprised with that because I have actually been running out of some powders, and one of my favorite powders from Mud is this powder called Desert. So this is their loose setting powder, and as you guys can see here through the glass, that it has a hint of olive in it, and it also has some hint of yellow. So I actually use this a lot when I am like setting the makeup of men. So I was so happy that I was able to find it there. So this is how it looks like actually. Let me just show you the packaging. It's just a very typical loose powder packaging. So it comes like this. I'm so glad because I was really worried. And I think there's a sticker here that just keeps the product from spilling over. So I was just so happy that I found this because I was actually scrimping on this and I didn't want to use it as much. That's why I have been using my loose translucent powder more when I'm doing videos or vlogs or when I am working, because I don't want to run out. But since now that I have realized that there's a mud affiliate school that opened here, well, they actually transferred there because I saw one here in another neighboring city, and then they closed down like right before the pandemic. Like this is like pre-pandemic, and I used to buy stuff from them there, and then I'm just so happy that I was able to find their new spot here in town, so that if ever I need any more stuff, like some of my most favorite mud products, I can just go there and check out if they have it in their catalog. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shoot some B-rolls for my Lisa Eldridge foundation video. So I'm going to check back with you later and let's see what other things I'm going to be doing, since I can't really leave the house up until I am needed to be on location for the shoot. So I'm just checking in with you guys because I just want to show you how Lisa's foundation looks like on my skin after a good solid 6-7 hours of wearing it, and I'm actually planning on removing it. And I'm just so happy to say that, you know, the foundation is still, although I'm a little bit oily because I am oily, but I really like this look on the face. Like, you know, I really love that kind of shine. I love this kind of a look. So what I'm gonna do right now is that I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to wash my face. So let's go together. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use a cold pressed virgin coconut oil, and I'm just getting a few drops, so you guys can see here. If I'm wearing heavy makeup today, I always start by massaging some cold pressed virgin coconut oil, because this really does the job of just like breaking down all of the impurities of the skin, while, like, you know, being gentle on the skin. Now I know like some of you are reacting already because there's like a lot of studies going on that says like coconut oil is comedogenic, and the only time that coconut oil becomes reactive to the skin and it causes inflammation on the skin, causes comedones, it causes like irritation, is when the coconut oil that you're using has undergone, like, you know, chemical reaction. So if it has been refined, if it has been deodorized and bleached, that is the time you'll react to coconut oil. But since this is cold pressed and virgin coconut oil, this will not react at all. And trust me, I have been cleansing my face with coconut oil for the longest time. And then I get a microfiber towel. This is just like, you know, what I use to remove the coconut oil and the makeup from my skin. And I actually soaked the microfiber towel in warm water. And this just really helps in removing the makeup from my skin. So I just wipe it down very lightly. And as you guys can see, the makeup is already gone. Okay, now, and the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use an actual oil cleanser that I just decanted into this bottle. And this is like an emulsifying oil cleanser. And this has like, and they use like olive oil for this. And this is what I use next as my second cleanser, just to help and remove any of the makeup that wasn't removed by the coconut oil. And then I just wash my face. And while my face is still damp with water, I then use a gentle cream cleanser. This is from VMV Hypoallergenics. And this is a glycerin-based gentle cream cleanser. And this is my final step in the cleansing process. And I just massage my face at the same time while I'm doing this. Okay, now I'm just gonna wash my face with water. And I just pat down my face, and that's it. This is my cleansing process. And then usually I start putting on some skincare routine, but I'm gonna cook some dinner now. So I'm gonna skip doing that because I'm gonna shower again before I go to bed in a little bit. So I'm gonna leave you guys here at the moment, and I'm going to check back on you maybe tomorrow. And let's go through my day, and let's just see what we can do, because I'm basically on quarantine. As I've said earlier, I'm not allowed to go out of the house up until it's shooting days. So I'll see you guys later, okay? Hi guys, good morning. It's Sunday today, and I just took the morning easy because I was a little bit tired when I woke up today, because I had my swab yesterday, and then I also shot a video yesterday, and I also have to do a little bit of some laundry today, but before I do that, I actually just want to tidy up and clean some of the brushes that I used yesterday, because I totally forgot to wash them, because I usually wash the brushes that I used after I've used them. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put all of these brushes that I washed previously into their compartments, and I'm gonna wash these brushes that I used in my recent video. That's for the foundation of Lisa Eldridge. This is one of the best foundations that I ever tried ever. So this is very pretty. Now, if you haven't seen my video about this foundation, it's more in-depth because I made a first impressions video of that already before. But now that I have the bottle, I just found it not necessary, but I just wanted to celebrate having the bottle by making a video for it. So these brushes are already clean, and I'm just going to put them now in their proper storage places. Good morning. So today is a Tuesday, and it's around 6:15 in the morning, and it is the day that I am going to go back to the studio. And I actually didn't shoot a lot of things yesterday because I think if I did, it's just going to make this vlog a little bit too long.
So what I'm gonna do is that, because I just came out of the shower, I already dressed, I already brushed my teeth. I'm just going to go through the motions of putting on my morning skincare routine, and I'm just gonna tell you guys what I did yesterday. Now, because I was actually initially planning like, you know, chatting up a little bit while I was driving to the studio, but I just remembered that I actually needed my GPS to you know, navigate my way to the studio, because it's a new route. I'm not always booked in that studio, so I just want to make sure that if ever I get stuck in traffic, I can get rerouted to a faster route to get there. But anyway, so the first thing that I'm doing right now is I'm just adding some toner all over my skin. And I just realized that I have bad lighting here in my bathroom. But anyway, so yesterday I spent a good chunk of my morning actually painting over a shoe. So I had this old shoe that I bought in Osaka for like I bought two pairs for 5,000 yen, which is around 2,500 pesos. So each pair cost around 1,250 pesos. So it was quite affordable. So I have actually been wanting to have a pink shoe for quite some time, and I couldn't find any. Because of this desire to have a pink shoe, I decided to color my old canvas white shoe that I bought in Osaka. And what I did is I just got some acrylic paint, and then yeah, I just soaked, I just melted the paint in water, and then I just started adding like layers on top of the white canvas until I got this nice pink color on the shoe. And then I decided to add some white speckles on the shoe just to give it personality, because when I looked at the shoe, it just looked too bland, so I just wanted to spice it up. All right, so that's my toner. My toner actually has mandelic acid, which really helps to remove fine lines on my skin. And I have been using this toner for quite some time now, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's really good in, like, you know, it's my fingers are peeling because, like, you know, from soaking the cotton and using the cotton on my face. So it's really an effective toner. And because it's an active, I have to make sure that I have to wear sunscreen at the very end of this routine just to protect my face, because after all, AHAs make the skin sensitive to sunlight. So that's my eye cream down, and now I'm gonna use my vitamin C serum, and I'm just gonna massage this all over my face. So I'm really excited to go to the studio now, and then I'm sure I'm going to be, like, you know, feeling myself. Yes, good morning. Hey, no playing. My beagle Malena is actually starting to play with my dog Tanner, my Pharaoh Hound, and she just has this way of like annoyingly waking us up every day, and she actually slobbers me with kisses in the morning. So that's why I really need to pop into the shower and to wash my face, because I cannot have dog spit all over my face. All right, so that's my vitamin C down, and then next I'm going to use some moisturizer, and I'm adding quite a thick layer of moisturizer on my skin, because the studio is actually very cold, and if it's very cold, it means it's going to be very dry there. So I just need to really moisturize my skin properly. Yeah, so speaking of the studio, I'm really so excited to go to the studio today. And although I'm going to be feeling myself around the studio, like, you know, just get to know the environment and then get to know my place, like in the area where I'm supposed to be stationed. So it's like going back to a familiar place, but it's also new at the same time. So I really like this feeling, because I know it's a new experience, and I'm just so glad to be able to go back to work again. Next, I'm gonna put this mattifying gel just around my nose. And actually, this is also made by VMV. It's my favorite skincare brand, and they actually advise people who use this mattifying gel. It's also a clarifying gel, so it really just helps to clarify your areas where you get a lot of sebum and like blackheads. It just really helps to minimize like this the appearance of pores, and of course it just helps to clean it out during the day. And they always advise to use this gel after you've moisturized, so that there's already like a level of moisture on your skin before you actually add the mattifying lotion, so that you don't get it's not very dry in that area, if you know what I mean. Do I sound coherent? I don't think I sound that coherent because I'm still like waking up, and I haven't had coffee yet, and I'm planning to do that right after this. And also I'm also gonna have like some cereals, so that it's just going to stave off my hunger while I'm driving, because we actually have breakfast served in the studio. I think all of my skincare is down now, and it has settled into my skin. So my last and final step is my sunscreen, of course. And this has an SPF of 70. And this is also a broad spectrum SPF. And what I like about this SPF is, aside from like the protection that I get from wearing it, it actually acts like as an occlusive. So it like forms a film over my face, and it just seals in all of like the skincare that I used earlier. And I really love how my skin just glows with this sunscreen. I really love this sunscreen. I have been using this for years. It's my go-to product, and it's one thing that I cannot live without. Okay, I have to add some in the back of the ears and spread whatever is left on my head, because I don't have hair anymore. And I'm just gonna tap it on my skin. And I love that it doesn't leave like a white cast over my skin. Okay, and to finish off my perfume for today, I'm actually wearing some Vulgari Eau Blanc. I really love this scent. It's a very nice, crisp, clean, and it has a very nice powdery scent, which I love. Every time I use it, it reminds me of my childhood. So I just love how clean it really smells. And then since the scent of the Vulgari Eau Blanc is not very bright, what I do is I actually mix in some Clinique Happy just to add some brightness into the scent and just to make it a little bit more playful. And I love the scent of the orange notes here. And I find that when I mix these two scents together, there's this certain floral scent that comes out that reminds me of one of the notes in the Jo Malone Wild Bluebell perfume, which I don't have anymore. But that usually comes out at the end of the day when like everything has evaporated, and I'm just left with this very nice delicate scent that just like follows me around. And it really comes out like when my body starts to heat up, I can just really feel those nice floral delicate scent come out. I think that's it. Sorry if I sound rushed, because I really need to leave the house like between 6:30 and 6:45 in the morning, just so that I don't get stuck in traffic. And what I'm gonna do next is that I'm just gonna check in with you guys once I'm back in the studio. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to enter the studio now, and I need to be here. It's like a sanitation tent before I could truly enter. Good morning, Ate. How are you?
Morning.
I'm back. Where's my food?
Miss you.
Ayun. Miss you too.
Parang papasiksi ka mo daw.
Saan ako? Hi, Ate. Good morning. I'm back. Siyempre, the document ba? Hi! I'm back. Ala, andito ka pala. Oh, RJ, say hi. Yeah. All right, so this is my makeup station for today. This is the first time that I am shooting in this area, and it's quite a big space. Lovely, and I'm glad that it's a high table because after all, when you are older, your back starts to give out. So I'm going to set up now. So I've already set up my area here. So I'm just gonna show you guys. It's a very small setup, and this is like a skeletal setup, if I would like to call it, because I just consolidated all my stuff and made sure that I only brought only the things that I would really need. And mainly because with the work requirement that I have today, I'm basically just doing touch-ups, just basically. But just to show you guys, so I have my chair here because I'm quite tall, so I need a substantial height on my chairs so that it doesn't hurt my back. So this is actually it's a small makeup kit. This is not my usual makeup kit, and I only bring this when I am in a location where I don't know what the setup is going to be. So at least now I know that there's a mirror. The lights are just way overhead, so I'm glad that I actually brought my own lighting. So I'm gonna change this next week into my regular makeup kit because I basically don't need a mirror while I'm shooting in this studio. And of course, this is my sturdy brush belt from Makeup Designery here, and just a small glimpse of my makeup kit: eyelash curlers, cotton swab pads, lipsticks, eyeshadows, blushes, highlighters, decanted foundations, and then I also have blushes here and bronzers, contours, more foundation. This is actually a bag of lipsticks and lip liners, eyeliners, mascara, eyeshadows, and what else is here? Concealers, things like that, and of course my new purchase from ColourPop, the lipstick stash. And of course, I would like to try the new foundation from Lisa Eldridge. And then this is my brush caddy, so all of my brushes are there. And these are my palettes from NARS. And then this is my new lighting equipment that I bought online. So that's very nice to have because I don't know if you guys remember, or if you have followed me for such a long time, that during the first stages of my vlogging or doing makeup reviews, I had a ring light before, and what happened with that ring light is that when I was cleaning my office one time, it actually fell, and then it actually hurt the bridge of my nose, although it didn't crack, thank God. But because of that, I actually didn't use that light anymore because it was scary, and I didn't want that light to fall on me again. So that's the reason why I decided to buy a lighting equipment like this. At least it has this bendy octopus arm, so that at least I can manipulate it to give me the lighting that I need. So yeah, so it's giving me substantial light, so that's actually perfect. And then this is my trusty makeup bag from Zuka. So usually I place my brushes inside the bag. All right. So this is a brief look. Hi, Red! Hello! Kumusta na, Day? So just a brief look at the studio. It's quite big now because before it was such a small setup. So the name of the show is there, Mars. Wow, we have a big TV now. That's amazing. And all the staff and crew are currently just setting everything up. Kasi they can photo together all the time for nandito. Alright, and we're shooting our first episode for the day, and as we start rolling, this will not stop until the end of the episode, and this is one of 3 that we're shooting today. So it got a little bit hectic today, which is always the case when I am working here at Mars because the pacing of the shoot here is very fast. And we're actually shooting the last 2 segments for this episode, so I've actually started to pack up my stuff and I have started to return them to their proper places. I've even started to clean some of my brushes in preparation for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm coming back here for another day of shooting, because for Mars we shoot for 2 days straight. Now, do not worry if I remove my mask at the moment, because there is no one here. So it's practically safe to do so. And I just needed to give my ears a rest from the bands of the mask, because it's been very painful for the past few minutes now. So yeah, so that's my video for today. That's my vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed a little snippet into my adventures as a makeup artist in this trying time. And I also hope that you enjoyed seeing what I do at home when I have really nothing to do. But I guess that's the best thing that we can do at this time, is that we can find things that inspire us and find things that make good use of our time. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Okay, bye.